Welcome to Scruffy City Roots Rewind. This week, Aaron Donovan talks to an up-and-coming sextet out of Durham, North Carolina, Delta Ray. Scruffy City Roots Rewind is brought to you by East Tennessee PBS, the Knoxville Tourism and Sports Corporation, Metropulse, the Downtown Central Business Improvement District, WBIR, Straight from the Heart, and WUTK 90.3, The Rock.
And welcome back to another episode of Scruffy City Roots Rewind. We are in Knoxville, Tennessee at the New Harvest Park Farmers Market. And a lot like these plants, the Scruffy City roots are pretty deep. Now, last week we talked to Cruz and Eric of the Scruffy City All-Stars. Now, this week we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to talk to two folks from the up-and-coming alt-pop Americana band, Delta Ray. Can you believe they've never been in Knoxville before?
Really nice. Yeah, we just rolled in and we haven't gotten a chance to explore much yet, but we've had a good time here.
Well, there's a coffee and chocolate place right next door, so that's
about to happen.
Quite a greeting.
Yeah. Well, we learned a fun fact when we booked this gig, which was that Knoxville is called the Scruffy City, which we didn't know before. But so far from what we've seen, it seems like beards are big. And I tried to grow mine in for the show, but it didn't work. And just a lot of good, sort of old-time music and great harmonies. I haven't learned
I don't know much about Knoxville music, to be honest, but I have been, the Scruffy City All-Stars are opening things up, and we heard their sound check and they sounded amazing. So the early forecasts are good for us. I've been very impressed. And honestly, the city as a whole reminds me a little bit of Durham, where we are just sort of a smaller town.
We call it Scrappy. Durham is Scrappy.
Yeah.
Knoxville's Scruffy, but we're friends.
Kindred spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we're brother and sister, so I don't know if you could tell. But we grew up listening to the same stuff. Our parents played a lot of James Taylor, Cat Stevens, Joni Mitchell, Fleetwood Mac, and also musicals, but sort of specific ones. Les Miserables, Jesus Christ Superstar, and Phantom of the Opera. So sort of like those huge epic ones. So we learned to sing at the top of our lungs.
Brittany really glommed onto like Joni Mitchell and Sweet Honey in the Rock, which were big gospel voices, and then a lot of sort of singer-songwriters and just great storytelling.
Hold my hand, ooh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand, ooh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. If you get sleep or if you get night,
the cock's gonna call in the morning, baby.
And check the cupboard for your daddy's guide.
Red sun rises like an early warning.
The Lord's gonna come for your firstborn son.
His hair's on fire and his heart is burning.
So go to the river where the water runs.
Wash him deep where the tides are turning.
And if you fall, and if you fall, hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. The wolves will chase you by the pale moonlight.
Drunk and driven by a devil's hunger.
Drive your son like a railroad spike
into the water, let it pull him under.
But though you lift him, let him drown alive.
The good Lord speaks like a rolling thunder.
Let that fever make the water run.
Let the river run dry.
Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way, a long, long, long way. Hold my hand. Ooh, baby, it's a long way down, a long way down.
We'll be back with more Scruffy City Roots Rewind
after this.
Free hot breakfast with fresh waffles. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Downtown Knoxville's music, arts, and cultural attractions offer opportunities to gather with friends, explore history, experience national and local musicians in grand settings, and get close to the art you love. Let downtown Knoxville be your playground to learn about history, listen to the musical sounds of the city, and brighten your life with art. Ample free parking is available. Learn more about events and parking at downtownknoxville.org.
Linens and duvet washed fresh for every guest. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
And welcome back to Scruffy City Roots Rewind. Now, 3 of the members of Delta Ray are siblings, but where did they find the rest of the sextet?
It was so weird, actually. So I'm the oldest of the 3 siblings in our band, and my brother Eric's 2 years younger. Brittany's 2 years younger than Eric. So I was working at a job that I got about 5 hours a week off. I was working taking care of an elderly gentleman who suffered from paraplegia, and Eric and Brittany were both in school, and by a huge stroke of luck, Brittany ended up graduating 2 years early from UC Berkeley.
Luck, hard work, doesn't matter. Yeah, forget it.
I'm just talking about the timing. And so we all left these things at the same time. Our time was freed up, and we said, this is our one chance. It seemed like our one chance to really try this thing we'd always talked about doing. And so I called everybody down to North Carolina. I bought a house, and Liz had been a longtime friend whose voice I just always loved. And so it was really, it just felt like these were the 4 people that we wanted to do it, and they were all available. And so I'm amazed that it worked out the way that it did, but that was the early genesis. And then Eric had Mike's card from 2 years earlier, gave him a call, he was totally into it. And he brought along our bass player Grant, and we've just become one big.
It's the band is sort of like one of those signs from the universe, just sort of kept popping up, and we would
really
follow
did feel
them.
That way. Yeah, it was weird.
It's very distracted. I'm eating most of the rehearsal.
Brittany always manages to be preparing food.
I'm like, guys, come on.
Starts preparing food 10 minutes before rehearsal, and
I'm making a frittata.
Right, it's ridiculous.
Oh.
It's always at my house in Durham, where Eric, Brittany, and I live, and I love it, but it's ramshackle and ridiculous, and.
But it is sort of smooth sailing. Like once we get into it, the instrumentalists jam, and Ian and Eric bring melodies and lyrics to the group, and then it gets fleshed out sort of as an ensemble. But for the most part, they build the bones, and then we just add all of the extra, the meat.
But the other funny thing that we've learned about ourselves is that we can't meet before having a rehearsal. We have to play the music first, because inevitably when we meet before to discuss business stuff or just getting anything, we get in huge arguments, and then the rehearsal never happens. So
siblings.
But we've learned from that, and so now we always rehearse.
We save our arguments for after rehearsal.
Yeah, exactly.
We probably should have asked her for that frittata recipe. When we come back, we'll find out if Brittany drives as well as she cooks. Although I'm not sure if you even use flour in a frittata.
We'll be back with more Scruffy City Roots Rewind
after this.
free hot breakfast with fresh waffles. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Experience the 4 seasons of festivals and events in downtown Knoxville. Whether in spring, summer, fall, or winter, there's always something to do, people to see, and places to discover. Come to downtown Knoxville any time of year and join in the community celebrations unique to Knoxville and share the magic with your family and friends. Ample free parking is available. Learn more about events and parking at downtownknoxville.org.
Linens and duvet washed fresh for every guest. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
We decided to ask Eric and Brittany some hard-hitting questions. But first, we asked them what the best advice was that anybody gave them about being a musician.
The best advice I ever got was some people are going to hate you for the exact same reason other people love you.
Found a good woman, I found a job that pays. The tide comes in and watch it all wash away. But I'm keeping it steady, and that's just how I was raised. Head held up, walking tall into each breaking wave. 'Cause the devil's in the details, and he's taking his toll. Sending good men down the foot trails of some lost, lonely souls. And I say, oh, oh, rain don't change the sun. And jealous is the night when the morning comes. But it always comes. So I'm working the graveyard, I don't sleep till it's light. Ain't calling it favors, I can't swallow my pride, no. And the bank's on a mission, they wanna read me my rights. But they ever show up around here, they gon' be in for a fight. Because the devil's in my hometown, and I ain't telling him no. 'Cause it's my family. It's my love now that I'm scared to let go. Oh, oh, rain don't change the sun. Jealous of the night when the morning comes. But it always goes. Follow always rains down on us. And like an old dog lying by a new gravestone, it's still our home. It's still our home. So if you ever feel like you are alone, after the night, the morning comes. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Scruffy City Roots Rewind
after this.
Free hot breakfast with fresh waffles. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Downtown Knoxville shopping and dining options are great for everyone. Experience the flair and flavor of the South's best-kept secret. Support the local economy. Give gifts with meaning. Fine furniture, clothing, handmade crafts, art, instruments, and more. Patio dining with your friends has never been better. Come downtown for the food and shopping. Stay for the fun. Ample free parking is available. Learn more about events and parking at downtownknoxville.org.
Linens and duvet washed fresh for every guest. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Thank you all so much. Once again, we're Delta Ray from Durham, North Carolina. And this next song is going to be sung to you by one of my very closest and oldest friends. We've known each other since we were 12 years old. Her name is Elizabeth Hopkins. And this song is called If I Loved You, and it's about the moment you realize you don't love him back.
If I loved you, life would be easy. There'd be no truth that I'd be scared of. I could walk through every valley and you'd light me with all of your love. But I don't love you, not like I want to. I don't love you, and that makes it hard. And every morning I see how you watch me, and each night I know you feel it, and it just breaks your heart. You make good money and come home early, and you kiss me and hold me each night. We would have children, and they would be so beautiful, and we'd raise them, and all would be right. But I don't love you, not like you need it. I don't love you, good as you are. And when I kiss you, I know that you can feel it, and I see it in your eyes, and it just breaks my heart.
We'll be back with more Scruffy City Roots Rewind
after this.
Free hot breakfast with fresh waffles. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Downtown Knoxville's music, arts, and cultural attractions offer opportunities to gather with friends, explore history, experience national and local musicians in grand settings, and get close to the art you love. Let downtown Knoxville be your playground to learn about history, listen to the musical sounds of the city, and brighten your life with art. Ample free parking is available. Learn more about events and parking at downtownknoxville.org.
Linens and duvet washed fresh for every guest. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Hold my head, oh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my head, oh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. If you get sleep, or if you get nap,
Cock's gonna call in the morning, baby.
check the cupboard for your daddy's gun.
Red sun rises like an early warning.
The Lord's gonna come for your firstborn son.
His hair's on fire and his heart is burning.
So go to the river where the water runs.
Wash him deep where the tides are turning.
And if you fall, and if you fall, hold my hand, oh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand, oh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. The wolves will chase you by the pale moonlight,
Drunk and driven by a devil's hunger.
drive your son like a railroad spike
Into the water, let it pull him under.
But though you lift him, let him drown in light.
The good Lord speaks like a rolling thunder.
Let that fever make the water run.
Let the river run dry.
Hold my hand, oh baby, it's a long way down to the bottom of the river. Hold my hand, oh baby, it's a long way down, a long way down. Hold my hand, oh baby, it's a long way, a long way. Hold my hand, oh baby,
It's a long way down, a long way down.
That'll do it for us here at Scruffy City Roots Rewind. Thanks for staying up with us or getting up with us. I'm Erin Donovan. Next week, we're going to sit down with Raylan Baxter out of Nashville. And this week, I may go shopping for a little bit more kale or something with a little bit more color in it. And remember, until next week, no encores.